All right, good morning, everybody.
Oh, they can't see your face.
I know, I'm looking at the.
It was like, they're saying something else.
Oh, yeah, oops. Yeah, excuse my outfit. I was training my new trainers for the studio and I'm trying to fit everything in my schedule and sometimes an outfit change doesn't fit in the schedule, so.
Fine, you look great.
Well, Mike Seaman said aerobics today, question mark.
We could.
I know, we could do an aerobics class in here, but nobody's in person. That requires you to come in person.
Yeah, once a week.
All right, you wanna do the drawing?
Mhm.
Sarah's gonna do the drawing for today's winner. I think it's how much right now? Cause
100.
100.
Because who won last week?
Last week.
What'd you buy yourself?
I bought some Brooks.
Some what?
Brooks running shoes.
Oh, goodbye, good. Me? You?
You can do it.
I can't see. Cindy Kabayan.
Yeah.
Bobian. Yes, Cindy.
I don't know.
Okay, scroll up, give participants.
Congratulations, Cindy.
Let's see.
Is she on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's because I drew it. That's my girl. You're welcome, Cindy. Okay, so I'm gonna get started because I do have an activity for everyone. If you're online, do your best to do the activity, but the presentation itself will be about 30 minutes. And if I seem like I'm going too fast, just stop me, but make sure you are taking notes on this because I've done my research, I've put it into play, and I know it works. So take notes on the first 30 minutes and then we'll put it into practice the second 30 minutes. If you are in person, it's going to be super fun activity, and it just kind of helps that I'm here and can teach you guys how to actually use the functionality of the apps, which we will do next week. So today's video confidence and authenticity, showing up as you, posting reels. That's what people like to see. They love to see your face. And we're going to go over maybe if you are posting, your content isn't working. We're going to go over why it might not be working. So next slide. If the slides change, it's all animated and stuff. I don't know what happened. But work with us here on the technology side.
Is that it?
So this is just a review. We're on week 2 here on video confidence and authenticity. Last week, remember we worked on our brand. Has anybody been working on their vision board or their brand? New business cards, new branding. I will say I see you guys on social media. I see Sarah, her stories look so good. Everybody clap for Sarah.
Yeah, I have to myself.
Yeah.
My engagement has gone up 47%.
See?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, because I told her a little feedback that instead of posting other people's posts on your stories, actually post your own story like you're in person. Anytime you have a showing, anytime you're just walking through a property, actually put it on your story like a live camera type thing. Don't go live, but you know what I'm talking about, what I taught Sarah. So if you have questions about that, Sarah's engagement went up 47%. More people respond to a lot. They'll react, and then that's where you can have your conversation starters. So good job, Sarah.
It helped me how you told me the vision board is what goes on your feed.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you want that to look like. You want
Yes.
your feed to look like that vision board.
Exactly.
And then the story, it just helped me understand.
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
did text Roni a couple of times,
Yeah.
like, where does this go?
Yeah, and that's
Feed or
okay.
story.
Yeah, that's totally okay to text me. There's no dumb question. If you're not sure what to post or a little scared if it's the wrong thing, just text me and I'll say yes or no. I'm really brutally honest. Do you have a question? Oh, you look like you had something to say. And then week 3, so next week, you guys, it's kind of like a one-on-one as well. We're going to be going over optimizing the tools to make the content. So last week and this week, we're going over what type of content you should be posting. Next week and the 4th week, we're going to be going over how to actually implement that. We're going to be optimizing tools like ChatGPT, Instagram, Facebook marketing, stuff like that. I've been playing around with my own social to share with you guys as well. So if you're not in person, I would say next week. If you can't make it next week, for sure week 4 is just strictly, I don't even know if we'll be on Zoom. It's just one-on-one, and I think it's going to be 2 hours long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
bring in lunch.
Oh, yeah,
On week
Sarah's
4.
gonna bring in lunch on week 4 and we're just gonna brand and social media and grind out everything to get us through the winter months and just start posting like crazy. The pictures turned out so good. Did you like them from Lindsay? Those turned out really good. Okay, next slide. So the biggest thing on Reels is you want to be searchable, shareable, savable. I forget the other two on the next slide, but you want to use to be searchable, use keywords and captions, on-screen text. Hashtags don't work as well. Now people used to bombard your feed with hashtags. That's how you were becoming searchable. Now that's not the case. You do 2 or 3, 4. That's like your keywords. But in your captions, you don't want to be check this out. Because the algorithm's gonna be like, what do you want me to check out, right? And then you just get put to the bottom of the feed or in the trash can. So you want to use your keywords, what you're gonna be talking about, what's your hook, why are you posting this? Your on-screen text, not everybody has the luxury life we do where we can listen to reels out loud at work. They're at work, they're in school, they're teachers. You want to be able to read what you're talking about. Or if you're filming something and it's not your face, at least have some type of on-screen text where they know what the video is about.
When you're saying the captions, Roni, is that the
Yeah,
text you
That's
put
the
on
text, yeah, and that's where we'll learn next week, ChatGPT, if you put, make sure my keyword, or make keywords for this video that I made about XYZ. And it'll give you all the keywords and give you a caption that will make you searchable. Because ChatGPT is smarter than we are, so it's
Do you
constantly
load the
reading them.
video into chat?
You can, I just tell it what it's about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just tell ChatGPT what the video is about. For example, instead of saying, check this out, you're gonna say Porterville or what you can get for 500K in Porterville, California. And then people like to see that, or what 300,000 gets you in Porterville, California. Because everyone's always looking what their affordability power. You want it to be shareable. So create content people want to pass along. Like I'm hyping up this property I have in Three Rivers and it's getting shared all over. I gave a little sneak peek of photos. I got the photos early and I see how many shares are going. So make sure it's informational and good information, or like something like a sneak peek, something that is going to make people share it to somebody else. Like I want to send it to Jackie or I want to send it to Roni. Example, 30 first time buyer mistakes or something happened. If you share a story of what happened to your buyers and why you fell out, that's relatable to other people who are getting ready to maybe buy a home. If you add a bold headline and your branding, use something on your vision board, that's always shareable to people. Savable, think, would somebody come back to this later? So if you're just posting, that's what should go on your reel, right? Like your story doesn't necessarily have to be savable. That's just for people to enjoy for 24 hours and then it's gone. If you are posting a reel, it is forever unless you physically delete that from your feed. So make sure people, it's going to be something that people want to save, share, and search.
So a reel isn't really a video, it's a series of pictures, right?
Well, that's a carousel. So a reel is a video, but you can do a series of pictures in it if you're wanting them to flow. A carousel, you can also post an actual post where you can make your pictures swipeable. So they physically have to swipe through your post.
So that's what a carousel is?
That's what a carousel, yeah,
That's the difference between a carousel and a reel.
Yeah, so-
You can use the same pictures.
correct, yeah. And so like my just listed, just sold, or coming soons, anything like that, I'll put on a carousel where people can swipe through the photos of the house that just went under contract. But the first picture will be under contract with the house in the background. And then they can swipe and see through, almost like MLS.
Why would you do it as a carousel instead of a reel, where it automatically?
That's just how I like it.
And they can look at them longer, right?
Yeah,
If they want
yeah.
to look at one, they can.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes the reels, when you're doing it with the photos, it gets corny a little bit, if you don't edit it right. So I like the carousels because it's still clean, it's fresh. You can landscape, it doesn't have to be the vertical, because sometimes the MLS photos don't transfer to Instagram fully. It gets cut off and then it looks weird.
I see.
Yeah. An example, the 5 steps to buy, all these are real estate related, but you can always post any type of reel. Like I post on my TikTok, me working out, my progress and like some of the goals that I want in life. So this example is the 5 steps to buy your first home. And you can do it in a carousel, which is what we talked about, the 5 steps, text on picture, or you can do it in a list format on a reel. And include, save this post in your caption, and that will trigger the searchable for the algorithm. I always try and put something in there, save this post, DM me, real estate with me, something that's gonna give them a call to action to do something with your reel. Because as soon as you post, you want people to engage with your reel. That'll boost it. Okay, next slide.
Does it tell you how many people save your reel?
It does, yeah. And you can expose that to the public or you can hide it, but a lot of my luxury listings, I'll see 20 saves, 30 shares, stuff like that. And I like seeing that, but I hide it for, to the public. But yeah, it'll tell you, especially if you have a professional account and you put it as professional, it'll tell you all your analytics of who did what with your reel. And that's what I do, have a professional account. Story focus. So people remember stories, not stats. So use your client wins, lessons learned, or your own day in the life of yourself. And people relate to that. So don't just post. I like to post the market update that you guys started doing on my story. I think that's gorgeous. It's there for 24 hours, but I wouldn't put it on my feed because it would get no engagement. And then my profile would start getting like on the low end of the totem pole. So that's, if you are going to post stats and you're like, my clients need to know this, put it on your story. Obviously, Facebook's different. You can post it on your feed, but right now we're talking about Instagram. So an example, they were denied twice. My buyers were denied twice, and then we found this home. And that tells a story of like the hype to get into that home. It's not always easy. And then post stuff that starts conversations with people. End your caption with a question or a call to action. Just like save this video for later. DM me for any questions. Have you experienced this? Like if you put a hardship of your buyer, have you experienced something like this? You'll even get realtors that comment on it. I love when real estate agents comment and share my stuff, even if they're from out of state, because that's boosting my engagement on my video. And then reels, why I like reels is because they don't have to be following you to see it. You expand out like past your local market reach. So that's what I always tell my sellers too. Well, what separates you? Well, I'm really good at marketing and I'm really good at social media where I expand past our local reach so people see it from all over. You'll get random Steve from Connecticut like your video. That's why I like reels. They don't have to be following you is what I'm trying to say. So it's definitely better to post reels. Your stories, however, they have to be following you. So only your followers will see your stories, which that's why you can be personal with it. I'm having coffee, I'm taking my dogs to the park, I'm trying to grow my grass, I'm at the gym. And you can just share your personal story there. Reels, you want to make sure like you're talking to the world, right? Yeah.
Add something. So. This is just me, but I used to use Instagram for fun and Facebook for small business. And I think that's probably a big mistake because I think the age group that I'm missing out on is the Instagram sort of chat. Would you comment on that?
Yeah, I think so, because a lot of my business, even my older ones, have all come from Instagram. And it's because I'm posting on my stories constantly, at least one real estate thing a day, so they always see you're doing real estate, but also your personal stuff, your kids, and all of that. If your Instagram and Facebook connect with each other. So if you post on Instagram and say share to Facebook too, that's what you should be doing.
Do you have a separate Instagram account just for fun and not the BS
I
of real
have a
estate?
private one, but I don't recommend that if
No.
you don't need a private life. Like the only reason why I have a private account is because I had a life before real estate and I had that account before real estate.
Yeah,
And I don't want all my clients seeing the pictures of me in my bikinis and like.
so I tried doing that, having sort of one that I just kept for fun.
Uh-huh,
And then I found that all of my other clients and friends kept wanting to add that. I didn't want them in there, but
Yes.
then I thought, nah, I'm pissing some people off by not. So
Yeah.
it's probably a bad idea to have that.
yeah, I would just have your one professional one, but make it personal as well. Like, don't just post other people's listings, like keep it personal, because I'm experiencing the same thing, right? Like I had Susan Cardenas and I had some clients want to follow my personal, I'm like, heck no, you can't see my stuff up on there, right? But
Right.
that's just me personally, because your friends to you, I feel like you're pretty open with your friends and your friends are your clients. Like
Mhm.
me, I've moved all over, so I have friends from everywhere all over and volleyball and different things going on. That's for my personal. And I don't like my baby, like Lily, to be out on public as well, or that searchable, so I keep her on my private account. But yeah, I suggest you just have one account and make it easier for yourself,
Okay,
because your friends are your clients,
yeah,
yeah, and
Is
they
there
wanna see
any
what's going
chat?
on.
Do we have any questions in the chat?
sorry if that derailed you.
No, that's a good question, because seriously, that's the first question everybody asks, should I have two profiles? I do, but I don't suggest you do. And I, like Facebook, don't just keep it professional, there's so many clients, the people who are actually buying and selling are probably on Facebook. Right, like the older community, they're not really on Instagram yet. So I would just have one account, share it all, anything from Instagram, share it to Facebook to make it easier on yourself. Just like Sarah, she's walking through the home, boom, look at this coming soon, and it worked. For me, I told Anthony, find out what this house is, I want that house, it's cute. And then it gets the hype going, and then people share your stuff, and it goes right to Facebook too, right? Are you sharing it to both? Yeah.
No, I just put it on Instagram and then it
Yep, and it goes. to
shows
Facebook.
up on Facebook.
Yep, exactly. And you can have a business page on Facebook, but that's just a lot. It overwhelms. I would just start with Instagram, connect it to your personal Facebook. And if you want a business page on Facebook, you could try that and tackle that beast, but it's.
I've tried it, but it's just one more,
It's just
Yeah.
an extra.
I don't get as much engagement on
No.
the Sarah Catalina Realtor. It's
Yeah.
always on my personal one.
Yeah,
I have a business Facebook and I mean, at Century 21, that's what we had and Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, people just swipe right through. They're like, oh, great, another business page, another
Yeah.
business page.
I got a lot of responses from that Crespi house that
Oh,
Cindy
yeah.
has listed, cause I did that whole thing, I
Yeah.
did that tour, I kept,
What do they
I
like?
walked through. Anthony said.
That font is so groovy. Yes, it is. And that's why this is part of branding. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like last week's presentation was very aesthetic and clean. This one's more groovy, so I'm trying to help you guys, what your eyes are like, ooh, I like that. And then that's what your branding should be. Hey, what's going on? Okay, next slide.
That's about everything.
Hey. Okay, so why videos matter? Video creates trust with your followers, with your people, and then they feel like they know you on top of that. I sold homes to people I haven't talked to since high school, but they've been following me on social media for the past 3 years of my real estate. They gain trust in me because I'm posting that I'm always helping my clients, I'm always doing real estate. So video is so important. If it intimidates you, start on your stories because it's not on there forever, and then start to go into reels. The human brain connects faster to faces and voices than it does to a picture. Reels reach people who don't follow you yet. We already touched on that. You can get random people from all over who see it. 80% of people watch with sound off, so your captions matter. Make sure you're always putting captions on there. Let people know what you're doing. Always take a video of what you're doing. And viewers retain 95% of a message via video, then 10% via picture. If you're doing a picture, just make it of what you did that weekend or something, but if don't do what the 3 mistakes buyers make coming to a closing of an escrow. Make sure that's in a reel because they will watch that. They won't remember the picture. Reels get 22% more engagement than statistic posts. Any questions so far?
Are you gonna help us with reels, Roni?
Yes, that's why I'm trying to make this 30 minutes, because in 10 minutes, we're gonna do an activity. So I'm trying to blast through this of why video matters, but you guys gotta do it. It's scary at first, but if practice makes perfect. I'm not perfect at all on my social media. That's why people love me. I'll post a rattlesnake went off at the showing and I'll be like, ah, in my video. It's not professional at all, but people, I got the most engagement on that one. What makes a reel watchable? You have a hook. So this is what 500K gets you in X. This is what's coming soon to the city of Porterville. If you know about a business coming soon, people want to know what's going on without having to be out in the world. So number 2 is a value. Make sure you're putting some type of value on there. A tour of a house coming soon. Any type of tip, quick insight. Make people want to be a part of what you're doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone likes to be a part of the secret, right? Especially Porterville, California. They all want to be a part of the secret. So number 3, call to action. Save this. DM me. Call me. I always do DM. I'll get a DM like that. If I tell somebody, DM me for any questions. Even if it's a dumb question, I'm glad that they swooped into my DMs from that reel. And Instagram will tell you, this person started following you from this reel. This person messaged you from this reel, so you can see what's working and what's not. It's really cool to watch. Tag people. If I don't be afraid to tag other realtors, we all are different in our own way. So if I'm out with Luis and we're looking at a house together, I'll be like, I'm with Luis Alcatar Realtor, and tag him. Because then he'll repost it, and then his people will see it, and then they'll follow, and then it snowballs from there. Always collab with each other, always tag other businesses and include the community. Your stuff will get out there. If I'm at lunch with Jim and Sarah's name, I'll tag them. I'm not afraid to. There's a realtor specific one that I want to make sure that he's on here, that I work out with. She refuses to tag my real estate one, only my personal. So I just find it funny because that's just, she is intimidated by exposing my Instagram to her followers. So in your visuals, make sure your reels have clean angles. The movement isn't crazy. If you're showing a house, make sure it's just very still, and it's just easy to watch. Doesn't make you nauseous watching it. And natural light. Use natural light. If you edit way too much and people notice that, they'll just swipe right through. They don't like that. Be yourself. 5, you'll see this a lot, captions. Always, always, always have captions on your videos. Not everybody can hear your videos. All right. So the 5 E's of video. This is from my coaching class. I had made this, and then these were notes, and then I asked ChatGPT to make it super cute. So that's actually live notes of when I was being coached. So always community first. That's where I learned that. If you include the community, they're more likely to trust you and use you because they see you're trying. Make sure your videos are either educational, engaging, entertaining somehow, emotional, and exclusive. If you use this graph right here, take a picture. If you're struggling making a reel, go back to your vision board. What am I into? Dogs, sourdough, growing my grass, gym, obviously real estate. And then you can ask ChatGPT, or you can look up what's going on in the community of Visalia right now and post something coming up, but with you in it. So then you're connected to the community. Don't repost Visalia communities that are posting an upcoming event. You talk about it. Make it entertaining, connect with some type of emotion, and make it exclusive to your followers. So this graph, if you want to take a picture, that's just literally saying connect your community to your social media. That's how people relate to you. That's what they want to see. And these are the 5 E's just to start with. Once you do probably about 4 reels, it becomes second nature. And you don't care what people think. People will always say stuff about you, like how you say your friends make fun of you. People have made fun of me in the past, and then a year later they're buying a house from me, and I'm like, love it.
New
right?
friends,
Yeah,
new
you
friends.
get friends. I do.
Yes, there's a real estate agent, for example, in Texas. Me and her always communicate on social media. Like I post something, she posts the exact same thing. She posted it. She moved to California, and she's struggling with how different real estate is here. So who did she use to buy her house? Because she can't get a license. Me, because we're constantly on social media together, right? So it works.
Yes.
Next slide. But Ronnie, I'm posting educational content and it's not connecting with my followers. And it's probably you're posting real estate 101, something boring.
Look at the emoji.
Yeah, I put the emoji yawning because I see some real estate agents post the most basic information, which some people might not know, but it's just not connecting with me. Like as a consumer, it's all about marketing. Like how can you get the consumer to relate to you? And then next slide. So you're posting educational content, but it's not working. It means your content is not unique. So make sure your content is unique to your vision board. We go back to branding. If it's not so unique to you and it's just basic, what they see all realtors posting, you look like Keller Williams, you look like Century 21, you look like this. people are just gonna scroll right past you. Make it relatable where they can emotionally connect with you and trust you through it. And they get to know you. So when you show up in person, they already know you like going to the gym. They already know you like trucks, like old school cars. They already know you have a family. And that automatically lets their walls down to open up to you about their struggles or they're thinking about selling their house. And then it's just easy from there, right? So make sure your content is unique to you. Hence why we did the vision board. So a little activity right now, in person and online, write 3 things that you think sets you apart from others. And obviously none of us can say I'm an agent because we're all agents, so do not use that one. Write 3 things that sets you apart from others. And I'll give you literally 1 minute. And we'll start with Connie.
Okay. Was that a minute already?
Oh, we can't hear her.
Oh, I'm on.
Is the
Oh,
mic
turn
on
up the
here?
volume on the TV room. Oh.
There we go.
Okay. Are we
Okay,
ready?
now try and talk.
Okay, can you hear me? I'm talking. Can you hear me? My audio is on.
Technical difficulties. You can put it in the chat box too, Connie.
Okay, because you can't hear me, huh? Okay. Here we go.
Ronnie, what did you mean by community first?
You always want to put your community
Right.
first, so support local businesses,
Okay,
support local community events, show that you're out there.
okay.
And always think of community first, and if you're struggling with that, ask ChatGPT. How do I put my community first as a real estate?
I just wasn't sure if you meant your online community or the
No.
community where we live.
The community where you live.
Yeah.
Will relate to the people that you're online following, to be honest. I'll post in Marcelia. I just kind of stay Tulare County. Sometimes I'm in Bakersfield, but
Connie, can you speak for us again?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh,
Now we got.
so I got you here. Let me see if I can get you over here. Connie, can you hear us?
I can hear you very clear, yes.
oh,
There we go.
She's on there.
Okay,
Got it.
turn up the volume on the TV now.
Okay, Connie,
Oh,
what
it's just-
does that set you apart from others?
Yeah, so design, community, and gardening.
There we go. That was it. Jen, what are the 3 things that set you apart from others?
I've been an educator for 32 years.
Oh, that's great. I love that about you.
I love local high school sports and I'm a father of 3 great humans.
Aw, that's awesome.
So that,
Sarah?
Oh, dog rescue, working out at my age, there's not a lot of women
Yeah.
who work out as hard as I do at my age, and sourdough bread.
Yeah, Louise?
Bruno?
Bruno, no. I wear multiple hats. I have a lot of responsibilities. I'm a team leader and I enjoy playing golf. I mean,
There you go. Hobbies. So those are things that should be on your vision board. You should post about. People can relate to you,
Yeah.
and then that community will follow you. Like you, when you said local sports, I thought of Bubba because he's always posting about local high school.
don't say that.
I know, I'm sorry, but that's who you're competing with on the online platform. So you have to make sure you're doing better than him.
hey,
That's easy.
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. That's an easy one to get over.
But yeah, go to local events, make sure your billboard's out there, post your billboard, just things like that. Romy. Are they?
Like crazy curly hair,
Ooh.
sets me apart, and I'm a boy mom.
Yeah, I know that's
That's a good one.
I got two.
Anybody on the chat? Let's see.
Tracy. Tracy said, it's my health journey, my all natural menopause journey. And my grandbabies.
Oh, that's funny. Good job, Tracy. Okay, so if your content's not working, you're showing up and it's just all confusing and it's just overwhelming. You're showing up differently in too many different spaces. So make it simple for yourself. Show up the same as you would online versus offline. This is exactly how you see me in person. I know Mike's like making fun of it, but this is who I am, right? Like I'm showing up in person how I do online. And there's nothing I could change, and I made social media so much more simple for myself. Just posting real quick, it doesn't have to be perfect, and then I put it on my story. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Show up consistently, the same person online and offline.
So if somebody wanted to be like, is it boring if they're constantly, well, like open house? Like, what if somebody was on social media, like going to, not their own open houses, but going to open houses and posting? Is that
Yeah.
boring or? is
No,
that
that's not
something-
boring at all. Anthony and I actually thought about doing that, like an open house, what did Keller Williams used to call it?
We used to call ours our
The
extravaganza.
extravaganza, and we thought about just going to everybody's open houses, different brokerages, you tagged in, they'll repost you. And then everyone gets to see.
So
what's
I
on
tried that this past week and I called it an open house check-in. One thing though, little information, let the agent know you're getting there because I showed up at Gus's without him knowing. And usually we open the door and we say something dumb, but I got it on Facebook Live for me.
Friends like mine.
Yes, that's what's so scary about live is it's raw, right? But I would do something like if you're gonna do an open house extravaganza, put it on your story. Here's my first open house, rolling through and it'll stay for 24 hours, or make a reel of it where it stays on there until you personally delete it. That's what I would do, because live is so hard. You can't do live unless you have enough followers, I feel like, who are gonna be on there, because at noon on a Saturday, there's hardly anybody scrolling. They all have games and kids and all of that stuff.
There's a chat.
Oh, chat. Gov chat. But I would put it on your story or reel, the open house extravaganza. People wanna know what's on the market without having to, we were talking about yesterday when the MLS used to be a newspaper. You actually had to physically go get the newspaper and like look at what the.
It wasn't a newspaper,
For
it was a book.
Yeah,
It was like a big thick book.
yeah, exactly. So
And and they deliver it to us.
oh my god, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
So make it easy on your clients. People are too busy and lazy now to go out and about.
And
so
there
they
was no
see it.
flipping email.
Yeah.
We had to like write an offer and take it to somebody in an envelope.
24 hours to turn it
I'm
in.
curious.
And pick up keys.
To
Yeah.
put your listing on the TV. I remember when I was little and it would be on the TV channel and it would scroll through just like a still shot of the house and the information.
I don't know.
I was little, I was like
Fresno
6 or 7.
Guarantee
Yeah.
Real Estate did that out of Fresno.
You did what, Connie?
A Guarantee Real Estate did that out of Fresno, the video, the houses.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, it works.
Way-
Just get creative. And if you run out of ideas, ask ChatGPT, what can I do this weekend to make an online presence about real estate? And it'll give you so many ideas. Because I can sit here and give it to you, but if it's not gonna relate to you, or you're too scared to do it, then you're not gonna do it, it's pointless. Maintain a presence on a variety of social media platforms. I'm Instagram and Facebook, that's where all my business comes from. And that's my multiple, it could be 2 or 3. I don't suggest more than 3, it gets overwhelming and then you end up burning out and you'll die out. The biggest thing with real estate as being an agent, because we're just over flooded since COVID with agents, I feel like, is to be the consistent one. To grind through the market, like even if it's a weird market, they still see you showing up on social media. Listening and engaging is infinitely more important than creating content. Like people's posts, comment on people's posts, share. If you have a client or a lead that came to your open house, ask them for their social media. Hey, I'd love to add you on social. What's your Instagram? What's your Facebook? Favorite them on your Instagram, so they'll show up first on your stories or if they post something, and always engage with their content, because then you're front of mind without having to talk about real estate. You're talking about their dogs, you're talking about their kids, but they still see Luis Alcantar Realtor or Sarah Catalina Realtor commenting on this stuff. And make sure it's personable, because I can tell when people are commenting on my stuff just to get engagement, a little fire emoji or just a quick emoji. Make it personal comments, like set aside 30 minutes a day. Okay, I'm gonna just solely engage with my followers. Or even go on other people's stuff. That's where I would start. If you don't have any content, I would start with engagement. Go ahead, next thing.
Ronnie,
Yes,
how much time do you spend a day with social media, and do you calendar it, or is it a specific time of day, or tell us about that?
so everyone's different, especially because we all have different lives, right? I have 2 businesses, a business I'm trying to open. I try to hit the gym, and I'm a mom and I'm a full-time realtor. So I fly by the seat of my pants on social media. I'll post a story super quick and then I'm off. But I will at nighttime schedule out like 30 minutes or an hour to solely be on social media or get up at 6 a.m. before my family's all up and make sure that I'm engaging with other people's content. But as far as if I feel like I need to post a reel or something, yeah, I like calendar that out. Like today at 4 p.m. I'm gonna make my reel and I'm gonna post it.
If you have a specific idea, you know.
Yes,
what you're
if
gonna-
if I know what I'm gonna do and I know I've been dead on the feed for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I gotta bite the bullet and I gotta post today at 4. And then once I put it in my calendar on my Apple phone, so then it'll alert me to sit down and post it, and I'll make sure I post it, because I lose track of time.
So how do you, one more follow-up question, how do you, when you decide to get into social media, doing your stuff, how do you keep from going down the rabbit hole of looking at other people's stuff versus coming back to doing and posting? You know what I'm saying? That's a temptation.
Yeah, it is. I would just put it in your calendar, like I'm posting today at 4, but as far as like stories, I'll make sure I'm posting my story first because you're in that moment.
Okay.
So if you're gone from that moment, then you lose the opportunity to
Right.
post. So even if I'm like at a listing appointment, hey, your pool is so gorgeous, I would love to feature a video on my story. Is that okay? And they'll absolutely say yes, like 100% of the time. And so stories, I drop everything that I'm doing by the like seat of my pants and do it right then and there, post it. But as far as on my feed, like a reel, I have to put it in my Apple Calendar. My family, that's how we live by, is that Apple Calendar, and I'll block out that time. It's the only way that I will be able to post. So tools that can help you with your reels, you can edit in Instagram. You can edit in CapCut. I love CapCut. It's super simple. I always like the reels that I post a lot are the videos that are done for me for my real estate. So they're already edited so I can post them. But if they need a little tweaking, I edit it directly in Instagram because it's really simple to understand editing, which we'll go over next week and the week after. You can also edit in TikTok, the app. But if you're looking for a specific, you can edit on your phone as well, which is that video. There's a lot of features that just come with your iPhone. If I don't know about Galaxy, I can't speak for Galaxy, but as far as your iPhone, you can edit everything. Okay, next slide. Sorry, I'm running out of time.
And if you don't know, just Google it.
Yeah, if you don't know, seriously, chat GPT it or Google it. So we now use online cues to make offline judgments. Everyone will always look you up. Before they see you in person, they will always look you up. I'm not gonna go to the coffee shop without looking it up first. If I'm in an area I'm unfamiliar with, what are you doing? Googling best place to eat. So make sure you're searchable and make sure your online cues are gonna be a good judgment for them when they see you. And just like I look up pictures of where I'm gonna eat, I expect my food to look like what it looks like online, right? Just like a client will expect you to act how you act online. Next slide. It's all relatable. We're just a coffee shop, but in person. We don't have a storefront. Easy real estate, real ideas. Take a picture really quick. These are some fun ones to practice on. You don't have to post them, but make sure you're actually practicing. And this is real estate specific. So Connie did a great job behind the scenes. She did a time lapse of her staging one of her whose listing was that? Cindy's? One of Cindy's listings, and it turned out gorgeous. So the time lapse works. People like watching those. If you're preparing for a buyer's consultation on your story or anything, but these are some fun real ideas. I love posting my clients because they're so cute. There was a time where I only helped like 80-year-olds and older, and they were just so cute with the boomerangs and the reels, and I was teaching them. So have fun with your clients. They will get on board with you because they know today's world is all technology. So take a picture of that, post what you're working on. If you're trying to get a flip, post where you're going on flips, post the struggles of doing a flip, staging. If you're trying to reach out for buyers, just post that you're exactly what you're doing, make it relatable. The open house thing, people love watching that. Good. Key, you don't have to be loud to be seen, so reels will work even without your face. We'd love to eventually see you, but if that's too overwhelming for you, you could use a voiceover of your tour of the home. You could do a walkthrough, pretend, and just when you're on video, pretend you're talking to one person, and that'll make it so simple because you can't reach everybody and make it specific to everybody. Go ahead. Here's a Reels cheat sheet, so take a picture. Always use vertical format. If you are filming your video like this, like how she's taking a picture, don't do that. It will not relate to Instagram very well.
As I asked you.
Yeah, if you're taking it this way, it's not gonna go on a reel. You will get pushed to the bottom like, oh, this rookie's trying to post on Instagram. Nobody will look at it unless it's a carousel or like an MLS photo. That's the only exception I would say. So there's a checklist. Next, always use captions. All right, so here's a take-home challenge for you guys. I want you to post your reel before next week. And if you do, you'll get bonus points. I'll be so proud. Watching Sarah do her stories, I'm like such a proud coach. I'm just a proud coach because it means I'm not wasting my time up here talking to you guys because this stuff truly works. I've made so much money on social media and have sold so much real estate from social media. I don't know what I would do without it. When you post your reel, tag Roni Long Realtor, tag me, I will repost it. And you will get followers. Tag Downtown Realty.
I try to repost them
Yes, if you tag Downtown Realty in all your reels, they will post them on their story. And it'll boost your engagement. Make sure it's relatable. Tell a story. Make conversation starters. I have an idea of what I'm gonna post for next week, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't wanna do it. Message me if you get stuck or you want a second pair of eyes. Confidence comes from action, not perfection. Just do it. Do
And
it.
that is true. When I did that story, I didn't realize I could mute the sound.
Yeah.
So at the start, you could hear like the sounds in the background.
Mhm.
And then I realized, so what? Right?
Yeah,
So
who
what?
cares?
And then I realized, oh, shit, I could
Mhm.
do that. So then on the next one,
Yeah, and
So-
you're only gonna learn from practicing. You would never learn that if you didn't do it.
yeah, because I was like, man, I don't hear all that. Everybody else is what?
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do right now. In person's gonna be first. How much time do we have left?
Like 15 minutes. I
Okay,
think.
we have 15 minutes to do this. There's props here. So what we're gonna do, we'll have Jim Carson go first, go next. Next slide, because he's trying to be on social media. I think you're doing a great job, to be honest. I love seeing the old cars, but that's my thing. So thanks for listening. Here's my phone number and my social media. Reach out with any questions. I'm always like on my phone and super reachable. And nothing's a dumb question, just like Sarah Wassey. Should I post this? I'm like, yes, do it. So next slide, it'll go to a click there. Jim Carson's gonna go first. And we're gonna assign him a topic to do a reel on. You could partner with somebody or you could do it by yourself. What's your choice?
And then you gotta do it right now.
Right now.
Right
We're not gonna post it, but we're gonna practice it.
Oh,
We're not gonna post it.
I am your plan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll
Okay.
pair Sarah and Jim up together. So Sarah, click to spin. Spin your wheel. Click it.
Click it.
Romy did it.
That'd be good, Romy.
There we go. Okay, so you guys are gonna do a video right now, not on your
Oh
reels.
my.
Why I love my city. There's props over there. You can make it look cute. You could go outside, but you guys gotta do like a video at least 30 seconds long of why you love your city. Go.
Oh
You
my.
guys are done. Luis, you wanna partner up?
It's so hard.
You guys have 14 minutes.
Can we spin?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna partner up? Okay. So here's your topic. Drum roll.
Oh.
Behind the scenes, which is super cool because we have
Does
coffee.
it have to be us speaking or no?
No, it does not have to be you speaking.
Okay.
What do you tell about your city?
Just, and is it pictures or video?
Video. Video. It has to be video.
How we doing?
We're doing a reel. Video. So you two are gonna do behind the scenes. You can use
Yeah.
my laptop if you need, but there's some props right there for behind the scenes. What are you guys doing right now? You can go outside, use this static table. You don't have to be in it. Okay, go, 15 minutes. Next, this is Roni and Maria, and you'll pair with Jackie.
Oh, okay.
That's an easy one.
Okay.
So what 500,000 can get you in Porterville? I have the MLS right there of a $500,000 home.
Jackie.
You can use that. Okay, go. Anybody online want to participate? I would love for you to. I could spin the wheel for you. Let me know.
Okay.
Oh, you and Jackie, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
We do.
Here's for Jackie, drum roll.
I got it here.
No, that was for
That's
Roni and Maria.
For them.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, that's.
Oh, here we
I
go.
heard Mom.
So.
3 things you probably didn't know about your realtor. So that one should probably be your face. Okay, go, 15 minutes.
Okay.
You can use props over there. Anybody online wanna do it? If you don't have to post it, it just has to be on your video.
Well, let's do this. Go who participants. Start spinning wheels and assigning and see who takes on the challenge.
Yeah, we'll see who takes it on. Hands-on real estate, always accompanying my clients. Okay, so we'll do Cindy. Oh, Jason, you're gonna do a video right now. JP. Yours is
Where do you want?
I don't like mine.
pets and real estate. If you have pets or you wanna feature Paw State, do a video on pets and real estate. You got 15 minutes. We'll do Connie.
I don't even know how to start. I took a video.
Yeah, you just go to your camera.
Okay, I did that.
Okay, why I love my city. So you can literally just put a selfie, like flip the camera and talk about like 3 things you love about Visalia.
Okay. I already took the video.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's do, and you guys can come back in 15 minutes. We're gonna show the videos. Anybody else want to do a video? Tracy, Cindy? Anthony, you want to do a video, babe?
So am I gonna do feed or story or reel?
No, go to your, you don't want to post it right now. We're just practicing. So just go to your
Oh.
camera on your
Okay.
phone. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Chelsea, you guys want to do a video real quick? Are you guys in the office over there? You guys should stay on too to see these videos they're going to be doing in person. I'm excited. They're all going crazy outside.
I'm gonna go outside again.
Okay. Oh, Raquel, Raquel's at work. So just stay on and we can spin it though to see an idea to have one by next week. You don't have to use it, but this will give you an idea. Oh, look, your favorite. Oh my gosh, pets and real estate. Don't use that. Hold on. Let me spin again. It's like really hot in here. I feel like those 2 have been the most. No, don't do that one, Raquel. Sorry. One more time. 3rd time's a charm. Oh. 3 reasons that you should buy now. So Raquel, that'll be your theme for next, or to have by next week, which is a really good one because people should be buying right now because there's no competition with anybody. I'm zooming on my phone and it won't let me video. Jason, just go to your, where's my phone at? Are you guys done?
Well, yeah, we had 2 separate ideas, so Jim and I almost had a fight, so he did his and I did mine.
So just go here and you'll click on camera and you'll go to video, JP. And then you'll just do one of yourself. And it, Connie, just text it over to me and I'll play it on the.
Okay.
Sarah, text mine to me too.
Yeah, this isn't getting posted, by the way. So
Oh,
don't, this is just to practice and get out of your comfort zone. It's super fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Dude, you're gonna be like a social media star, I'm telling you.
Ugh.
That's where everybody gets business now. Unfortunately, I like literally had to bite the bullet because all the girls my age, except they're all aesthetic and always put together and at the beach in their bikini, and I'm like, well, I'm working my ass off trying to run 3 businesses, so that's my life.
Yeah.
Someday I'd like to take you guys to lunch and then maybe just have you take a look at my social media with a critical eye and go,
Yeah,
stay away from this or get
that's
to
what I did with her.
this.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I help Sarah a lot do all that stuff.
Because I know I'm going down avenues that I should Like the
You
whole
can't
business, the whole
overthink it.
business profile.
Yeah,
I
no.
feel like I should be paying attention to that, but I hate it.
Yeah, no.
So let me ask you something, how
Mhm.
much of us sharing on social media should be about branding ourselves instead of the aspects of what we're doing? Because I see two things, I see realtors that.
Oh my God, I know, I know.
And what do you do with those? Those are the ones I
Yes,
go
I
like
hate
this.
That's what I'm saying,
Don't
what
be
do you think
cringe.
is more, we should be trying to market ourselves.
Yeah, which is what we worked on last week, so
Right.
it's really cool because we did a vision board. And I told everyone, make a vision board of what defines you, Luis.
Okay.
And so anytime you struggle with how you should show up to a video or what to post, you go back to your vision board. For instance, Gunner had such a good one. It was his dog. It was, he's trying to grow grass right now in his home. He just moved.
Not weed.
Yeah, oh, sorry, yeah, not weed. Don't post that.
Like, wait a minute.
And what else was on there? The gym, he's trying to go back to the gym, so he's gonna start posting his
So
health
make
journey.
yourself relatable to.
Yes.
Get them into your world,
Correct,
show them that, hey, you're
You're
just like
human.
them, but you have the information you need.
exactly,
I think it's like, show them who you are
yes,
through picture, but not like, not through like, oh, here I am, sir.
Yeah.
Real estate agent.
Oh,
What-
That
like,
makes sense.
throw it in there, like we did the branding in Visalia with Lindsay, throw that photo in there. She did a really cool one of me holding a book, and I'll just do some informational post really quick. But then the next day I'll be talking about like, I'm at the gym, I'm this and I'm that, right? So,
So I've been doing my stories and doing that, like Ronnie said, just as the opportunity comes out. But then this morning,
Uh-huh.
I did that post
yeah,
about lights, camera,
yes,
closings.
but I love that, that was perfect. That was perfect.
That was more like
Yeah.
for my
Because
feed,
with
though.
Sarah, we're working on like trying to even out, showing people she's still an agent, but she's
Right.
also a broker who really values her agents,
I love that.
but she still sells real estate. So
Right.
we're trying to find that balance of like, yeah,
There's inspirational, there's sometimes where I like this on the couch. And I'm looking at your workout video on.
Yeah.
exactly. And I like to post my clients a lot. I make it more about other people
Yeah,
than myself, but I'm involved with them,
Right.
right? So they know I'm there because I'm filming it. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't always have to be you. It doesn't always have to be your face. But I like the stories that she's been doing because that's live in action. When people are just reposting other people's posts, I get bored. I'm like, swipe.
So this is what Jim did.
Oh yeah. You see?
It's so stupid.
Okay, wait. So let's start looking. Let's see how many people are on here. If I should just
Are
start.
you, gosh,
It's
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So this is Jen.
Right on the fly, he did this.
Look at Jason posted his. Oh, how did you do that, Jason? I don't know. Look, he's already knowing stuff we don't know. I think he screenshotted. Oh, you can't record on your phone if you are on the Zoom as well because it's using your camera for the Zoom.
Oh.
Okay, here's Jen's. Wait, let me restart.
Hi everyone, I'm Jim Carson, and as you may know, I'm a local realtor. I hate making videos, but I'm grateful for engagement that I need to. So I'm going to speak to you a little bit today about something dear to my heart, which is why I love the city of Porterville. Now you can say, why do you love the city of Porterville? There's not much to do, it's hot here. It really comes down to me to one big reason, and that's people. It's not the most glamorous spot. It's not the most luxurious spot, but the people here seem to all work together and like each other. And I've lived here since I was in the 6th grade, and so really, to me, there's no other place I'd rather be.
Okay, so then we go like this. Sorry, I'm gonna go on your phone for a second. Go to Instagram, I won't post it, but we're gonna pretend to post a reel. And we're gonna go to Jim's, next. Next. And we're gonna put, well, we're not gonna add anything to the reel. See, I'm
Jim Carson, and
we're gonna add captions. Captions out. You know what? Okay. Start over. We're gonna exit out of reel because I know how to do it better on stories. But we're gonna go to story.
Hi everyone, I'm Jim Carson,
And it's
as you may
loading.
know, I'm a local realtor.
Okay, wait.
I hate making videos.
Go here,
My
captions,
tool For engagement.
and it's transcribing what he's
I'm
saying.
gonna speak to you a little bit today.
So then we're gonna go like this,
Something dear to my heart, which is why I love city.
and then you could save it.
Now you can say, why do you love
To your
city?
phone.
Not much to do, you know, it's hot here.
It's gonna save, take a little bit.
To one big reason, yes.
Okay, save the camera roll, so then we go back to our photos. Sorry. And it'll be right here, and watch, it'll have captions on
Can you
it.
send that to Jim?
Yeah. See, look, so it already makes the video look better because it's not just them staring at you, they're reading, so they're not actually looking at your face or, oh my god, he has like a blemish right there, they're just reading what's going on. That's why I love captions, cause I don't care what I look like.
Okay, so. Harsh advice, how would that be improved? Would it be better outside? Would it be better walking around? Would it be better?
As a reel,
Or whatever?
if you were to post something like that as a reel. And you're gonna say why you love your city, I would go to the places of the city that mean the most to you, like literally take the time to go drive there. Whether it's the coffee shop or the sporting events, I
Mhm.
grew up here and talk at like the baseball field that,
Okay.
you know, when I think of you, I think of Connor at the
Mhm.
Portable baseball field. Literally go there by the dugout. And just go to your favorite, and then change places, go to your favorite like J&R meat or something.
Mhm.
This is the local meat market, this is why I love our community, we're so tight knit, what's up Shelly? Give her a high five, like something like that, that's how I would make it more fun.
Okay.
Because these ones sometimes can get boring to people.
Yep.
But right now we're just practicing being behind the camera.
So I did this.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
let's look
took-
at Sarah.
Well, I didn't do it. I just took pictures. I don't know how to put it together. So I
Oh,
did
yeah.
the fire department because it sent some community there. Downtown Realty, because we're so supported by Porterville. And that was architecture downtown and the foothills.
Awesome, so then we go like this, Sarah decided to do photos, I don't know if anybody's even on, but I'll show you. See you guys. We're gonna go to Instagram, this is why I love Instagram, because I edit within there. And you pick all the things you want to be on your reel, 1, 2, 3, 4, next. And it'll let you sync to some audio, let's see, oh, we might have that one. See, spread a little love. There's your reel.
But how would you put captions, Ronnie, on each
That's what I
picture?
was gonna say.
Yeah,
Like, how would you put like a,
You
like,
just put right here, text, so you would put text right here,
Yeah.
and put downtown realty. Or whatever you wanna say.
but will that go through the whole reel or just that
It'll allow,
picture?
that's why it'll allow you, so edit video, when you go to edit video. Let's see. Oh, right here where it says downtown realty, you can edit the duration and it'll show you where, okay, so you go all the way to here. And then you go all the way to here.
Cause that video zoomed in on Sarah.
Yeah,
You know, like when they're talking and then all of a sudden something pops up
yes,
and then it goes away.
yes.
That's away. And
So
then
that's why, like, literally in reels on Instagram, you can edit where things pop up, so now.
Yeah.
Downtown realty will only show right there.
Can you do it too, like every video that you have, you put a caption on the bottom and then you create the whole movie. Just
So
like,
like, could you put a caption
caption on
individually
each
on each
individually.
picture and
Yeah.
then put them all together on?
Yeah, you could,
okay,
yeah, that would be another way, but.
Okay.
That just shows like you can literally edit everything in Instagram, so we just put that, and then
So
look
you
how
can
cute
test-
that reel was, and it took me what, 2 minutes, or even 2 seconds, super simple,
Okay.
so good job, what do you guys have on your video?
Oh, yeah, would have.
A bunch of.
What's your topic?
She was like active.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's see, can I put it on the Zoom?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which was a good one?
This is 1110 East Fairhaven Court in the beautiful Jackson Ranch. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,800 square feet. And
Yep.
and.
That was like our 10th take.
Oh my god, what do you guys have, please?
They must have tried with Jackie, but she's editing it.
Oh, so okay, what did you guys have?
I shouldn't.
Jackie didn't do
This
it.
doesn't make-
That's she trained me.
Yeah, just-
Oh, yeah, it's hard. it'll just discard that, but I would hit, show it. And that,
Oh, maybe
that,
share
exit,
It would be cool
start
if we
over
went
and then
to
exit
the-
out it.
I know.
Okay,
Oh, Maybe.
here we go. Look, you went sideways.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
No, Bells, I didn't go sideways.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, I wanna share 3 things that you didn't know about me, Maribel Ceballos, your realtor.
Oh,
That is, I'm a dog lover. Heat, red cars.
That's funny.
And what was the last one? Was it? Wait.
Heat, red cars. And
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I like
good.
that hate red
Yeah.
colors. That-
Wow.
I went to when I was buying my Lexus, I went to the car dealer and they're like, oh, you want red interior, you want red, I was like, no, I don't like.
Okay, here's Connie's. She sends it over to me.
okay, you gotta love downtown Visalia. Check it out. We have a high school on Main Street. We also have fabulous historical homes all the way down Main Street.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
All kinds of businesses and offices you can walk. It's a walking, friendly, and biking area. Gotta love Visalia.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that, Connie. That was good.
Thank
When you
you.
add captions to it, it just, it makes it all come together.
If you have captions.
No, I'm saying if
Oh,
you did,
I-
like, once you start adding captions, but we'll practice that next week and the week after.
Okay.
I missed the.
Did you do
first-
this?
Me,
Or that was with
yeah.
her? Okay. You,
I missed last week's.
I know the vision board.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vision board was a really good one. If you guys haven't done your vision board, you should. Because that helps you know what to post. If you're having trouble posting that day, go back to your vision board. Here, I'll show you my vision board. Wait, I can't even see on here. Is this camera right here? I wish Jackie's laptop was slower. I'm used to my Mac, it was.
Yeah. We gotta redeem.
It's
it.
like, how does she do comments on here? I'd be like,
Yeah.
Well, she has 14 other.
Computers.
We
Oh,
should.
so there's Gunner,
Yeah.
I think that one was
Yeah.
Gunner, oh no, that was Jackie's, there's Chris Webb's vision board. Here's my vision board. And this is how, if I have trouble posting that day, cause on your stories, you always wanna post 3 to 5 stories a day. One of them always being real estate, even if if you're at a house and you don't feel like posting that day. I would film content that you can post if you're just at home that day and have nothing to do. They don't have to know that it was a week ago you filmed that, like nobody would ever know.
Right.
So, for instance, I could go on my Instagram right now. And I need to post a story, I could go back, I mean, I have a ton of houses on here. Let's see, there's Anthony. Oh look, I'll post the office, so it looks like I'm at the office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
That's
I'll
good.
put
Yeah.
good day,
Yeah.
here we go, and then I'll post it on my story,
Okay.
just like that, right? And I took that video, when's the last time I've been in the Exeter office, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have my sneak peek, and then I have this, it's uploading.
I was
Well,
pretty
that's
proud,
pretty.
I was pretty proud of
That's
myself
pretty.
when I did the open house and then Cindy ran out of flyers, so I said, do you want me to go
Yes.
print flyers? And I did the story of the flyers.
But when the open house is so busy, it needs more flyers, and I was like, oh, that's super cool.
So
I was
I was
awesome.
proud of myself for trying to pick up something you needed.
Last week, I'm gonna be asking for this on week 4, so.
I gotta finish mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
this
that's the vision board.
Yeah, this is mine, like, if I have nothing to post, I love coffee, I'll find coffee to post. My goal is to rebrand my real estate, so get new cards. Obviously, the office aesthetic, I'm always at the office, so I try and post that. Manifesting, I attract incredible opportunities in my life, I'll post about that. I'm a mom, I've been really sick lately, so I'm trying my health journey on like drinking water, and I'll post about that, the gym. And there should be cycling club, me opening my studio. And then always like remember why you started. That's just my motivation because sometimes social media can be a little draining and you could burn out really easily on it. It could be exhausting because I'll be like editing a video while I'm driving with Lily in the back and I'm like, this is so dangerous right now. What am I doing? And so, yeah, it gets burned out a little bit. So I always have to remember like,
It's good to know.
okay, I get clients on social media. I gotta keep going. People are watching. So anyways, make sure you're doing your vision board. If you guys are online, we are done. I know they're editing videos still, but if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for joining and I'll see you guys next week.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Ronnie. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ronnie. Ronnie, can we do this at the property that you have listing?
Yeah, honestly, that we do.
Yeah, I wanted to do it.
Yeah, you should.
Okay,
And then that'll be your reel because I'm gonna be asking for people's reels next week. You gotta have it posted.
yes, so we should,
Okay, when is it available?
Thursday.
Whenever, just schedule a showing, like get together and
Yeah.
schedule a showing.
Yeah.
And then you can go there. When I first started as a real estate agent, that's all I would do and I would let the agent know, hey, I'm just scheduling the showing so I could do some content and like, they're usually cool with it. As long, I'll try and pick the vacant ones, but
Okay,
I know my sellers would be totally fine with you guys going.
okay.
So our homework for next week is to do a reel.
It's gotta be posted,
Go to it.
tag me, tag
Tag
downtown, or I
downtown.
could repost it on my story. And then, yep, that's the homework.
Okay.
I don't know how to
Okay.
stop.
I don't really